Welcome back, dear students. Today we'll be discussing about chapter 15, that is reduce, reuse and recycle. It's a very familiarized with us by 3R. And this 3R, what it is, what is its importance, and how we should apply this, we'll be discussing in this lesson thoroughly. Now, before learning in detail about that, we should understand that this is related with the word waste. And we know that in the modern world today, the waste is becoming an environmental problem because the waste is generated day by day in a large quantity, and we are facing problem to manage this waste in a very effective way. And these 3R are very effectively useful in managing the waste, and that is what we are going to discuss step by step. Let's try here the first one, reducing the waste, how it can be applied, because there are many methods we can apply to reduce or to make the waste in a less quantity, but these are the most effective ways in the reducing waste what can be done. And this is one of the most and the first important step of managing the waste. Now in that, what we can do, we can try to make the best use of raw material. How can be done? Here we can try to avoid the amount of liquid waste by using scientific techniques such as precipitation and evaporation. If it is possible in our day-to-day life, we can try to reduce the use of raw materials, so automatically we can try to have the waste. One example we can use or from our day-to-day life, that is of reducing amount of liquid waste. Water, that is essential part of our life, and if you try to reduce that in a less quantity or in a good quantity, definitely the waste also can generate in a less quantity. For example, the water that we use in our sink or for bath, if you reduce the amount of using that water to the limited one, definitely the wastage of water also will be saved and you will not have the water waste. And this is what we can try to do it in reducing the waste. This is the one example. We can have plenty of example, and wherever it is possible we should have use this first method in an effective way. Here the segregation of waste also reduces the amount of waste. While reducing that, we can segregate the waste. Segregate means separate the waste, so we can reduce the amount of waste in a very effective way. We can heat the small amount of hazardous waste. For example, the waste which is biodegradable, just like a paper one, foils, that we can burn it and reduce the waste. Many things can be done according to the waste. We can try to reduce, and then definitely in the second step it will help a lot. So reducing waste is the best important method in managing the waste, and that should be done very effectively, and that is possible in our day-to-day life too. Next one, reusing the waste. Now in reusing the waste, in this sense, many materials which we consider as a waste, that is discarded one, and that comes from our houses, from factories, from industries, that we can reuse it. And many things are there that we can try to reuse, which is a wasteful material for all of us. For example, old glass bottles or the tin cans. Now after the use of this material, when it becomes waste, we can try to use in a different way. One better use is done by specialized artisans. Now what do? They make use of these kind of utility articles, and they make the good artist or artistry from this one. For example, a very beautiful garden has been created by Nekchand in Chandigarh using the waste products like tin cans, bottles, broken pieces of crockery. So these are generally the waste ones, but here these are used to make a special garden, and that is the reusing of waste. Now in our day-to-day life, we can have many other examples or many other waste that we can reuse. Try to remember about that so you can understand that which are the things or which are the materials that are waste for us that can be used as other materials. Some more examples you can check, just like some of the solid waste which comes from the industries, and that can be used directly. For example, fly ash. Now fly ash is generally a substitute or a waste that comes from industry, but the same fly ash we can use as a substitute for cement. So bricks also can be made from the fly ash, and that is useful for the construction of roads, for the construction of houses, and filling up low-lying areas. That is the best example of reusing the waste material. Many things we can try to reuse in our day-to-day life. Next method, that is recycling the waste. Now in the recycling the waste, the amount of waste that we generally throw or just becomes waste one that we can recycle and that we can use once again. Especially in India, where the population is so much, in India we have lots of amount of waste, and this amount of waste needed to be recycled. Now in a particular season, just like the crushing season of sugarcane, in that time we can have tons of bagasse during that 3-4 months. Now this bagasse, it is actually the waste one, and this one we can recycle, and from this we can make the paper pulp, and this paper pulp is very helpful in making the new papers. We can make the cardboards, we can make other papers, we can make the foils, we can make the wrapping papers, and that is really very helpful. Neither we need to cut large amount of trees in order to make the paper, but bagasse, if it is recycled properly, we can make use of making the paper pulp, and here we can try to save the trees also. So recycling is also very important one. Some others plastic products are there. These are toxic ones. These plastic products we can try to recycle and make the new products from that, and this is how we can try to make use of the recycling of waste.